Okay,
Oh, good.
welcome to Oslo.
Yeah, thank you. The switch to electric transportation is unstoppable. That's the first I've seen out in the streets of a city, an actual electric digger. I love it.
And a second one right next to it.
Back in the UK, we still have people running around going, it's all going to go to hydrogen because you couldn't do that with electricity. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to tell them, go to Oslo if you want to see a snapshot from the future. The truck business, we are using 375 kilowatt chargers. It would be nice to have a little bit more than that, let's say half a megawatt, because what you're looking at in Europe is that the truck driver, after 4.5 hours, has to stop for 45 minutes.
Exactly.
And at that point, if you can fill, so in 4.5 hours, they can do, broadly speaking, 400 kilometers. So if you could charge 400 kilometers in 45 minutes, then you are basically set. And that turns out to be about a half a megawatt. So do you need megawatt chargers? Not in Europe. It's just, you just don't. There's a bit more general understanding that the answer is not hydrogen.
Yeah.
There are these difficult use cases to electrify, and it's pretty much going to have to be some form of bio. So I think we're going to have to make peace with the idea of using bio, which has become very unfashionable, but I don't see how we sort of get by without it. How do you create it's about society and politics as much as anything else. How do you create a system that can learn? How often have we seen governments run a pilot, and before the pilot has finished and been evaluated, they're already on to phase 1 of implementation? But if you ask them, what are you aiming to learn? The answer is complete silence. They don't know what they're trying to learn. They're just trying to do it for the sake of doing it. And what they're not doing is telling people that per unit of heat, hydrogen will cost 3 times as much as natural gas.
Yeah, interesting.
And they can insulate the pilot from that. They can tell the people in the pilot, but don't worry, you won't have to pay it.
Right.
But they don't want to tell anybody that, because then it becomes clear that you're not learning anything. You get this kind of fake debate about heating solutions. I think pretty much everybody knows what's not going to work, but they still got to do a trial and a pilot. I guess that's why I'm an outlier, because I work on climate solutions all day, every day. And yet I'm skeptical about some of the narratives from both sides. Yeah. The narrative that says it's not happening or it doesn't matter is wrong. And the narrative that says, it is costing this much and these many lives, those narratives are also, they're over-egging the pudding.